There's a massive crowd here at Rosehill Gardens and we're about to see something very special.
The inside barrier broadsiding, a heavily backed favourite. Racing now, he jumped the right broadsiding and Node was clearly sharpest into stride. 7.50 to go, Storm Boy in front by a half length now to a Node. Broadsiding racing cluttered up, line back at the outsides, come off the bridle as they come around the turn. Broadsiding's into the clear now, getting to the outside, 4 off the lead. Storm Boy at the 2.50, broadsiding and Traffic Warden closing in. Storm Boy is the leader, broadsiding and Traffic Warden, they'll fight it out. Traffic Warden, broadsiding, Bolt won the Golden Rose. The champion T-Roll broadsiding knocked off the stablemate Traffic Warden.
That is a superstar. His name is Broadsiding.
It was thrilling, wasn't it? First up to win the Golden Rose, that combination with James on the chance of a century of Group 1 wins. Tom Magnier is the man of the moment, of course, head of Coolmore Australia. Lizzie's caught up with him about the Everest slot.
Congratulations, Tom. That was an emphatic victory. You've got a nice position to be in. You've got 2 really good colts heading into a potential Everest. How does this boy's performance rate in comparison to what Storm Boy's done this prep?
I suppose the first thing is it's a very good position to be in. The Everest is just a phenomenal race. I mean, it's getting global recognition. It's now Group 1, so congratulations to everybody behind that. And it just makes our decision harder. I have been speaking to Chris, and obviously we've been speaking to Gay, and if I could get Gay to sit down with Chris, that would be fantastic, but I think that's not going to happen today. But listen, it's a hugely exciting position to be in, but we have such amazing partners in these horses, and we're so fortunate that they race with us. So what we'll do is we'll go home tonight, we'll talk to all the people, and we'll make a decision in the next 24 hours.
What do you think, though? What do you think each horse has got attributes to suit an Everest slot? Do you think this guy is tactically versatile? Is Storm Boy looking towards maybe getting out over further? What's your feeling about which horse would be the best suited for the race?
Well, I suppose he jumps a bit better than Storm Boy does, but Storm Boy has that fight in him and that speed. Obviously we've got the Coolmore Stud Stakes. In an ideal world, you'd probably be heading that way with both the horses as well. So, I think that this horse is definitely a Coolmore horse. Obviously with Home Affairs, he went to Heritage, the Everest, to Coolmore. So, listen, I have to talk to Chris this evening. There's so many people that are involved in these decisions that, but it's a great position to be in. That's why I love racing in this country so much.
Well, I hope you enjoy making that decision.
Thanks very much.
Good stuff, wasn't it? So interesting stuff, Lizzie. Well done there with Tom, getting that from him. So we wait and see. Tuesday's a draw. It's going to be done at the Royal Randwick Race Course. So the Herbert Power, you're in the Caulfield Cup if you win. And the relationship between the two, there have been 7 winners over the years that have done the double. That's pretty tough to do in a long, long time. Post Impressionist, Lizzie's top pick here, Katie. Look, his first up run in Australia was fantastic. Since then, we're still wondering, I think.
Yeah, and I think he's really going to appreciate that good 3 track out there. I think he's crying out for a firm track. And look, his 2 runs on the heavy and the soft have been okay, but I think we'll see the best of him today. So I can see why Lizzie likes him. Richo's top pick is Gear Up. Gear Up is absolutely flying. I think stepping out from the 2000 to 2400 is really going to be to his liking. He's just building up to a win, Bruce.
He's going super well, isn't he? So he's a good judge. So Annabelle does such a great job with Rob Archibald with these types of horses. And that's another one, the Fancy Man, a stablemate who's in the mix, I think.
Yeah, he is. And Daniel Sackhouse won this race too, back on Chapada. So he will look for his first winner today. Of course, he's trying to win his first Group 1 a little bit later on. He ran well in a naturalism where he wasn't too far away, so I can see why he is in the mix. Horse 15 is Hurricane right down the bottom. He's still an entire, this guy, and he won really well first up at Flemington, Bruce.
He did. He's so progressive. He's only had 8 starts, won 4, and he's put a string of wins together. And there's a little query about, he's jumping up from 1630 to the 2400, but Nick Ryan knows what he's doing. Nick, from Sportsbet, for the Herbert Pack.
Yeah, Good on you, Bruce. $5.50 Gear Up is your favourite. This market has chopped and changed around a little bit as we take a look at it, courtesy of Sportsbet. So this is the Herbert Power, the win you're in next week for the Caulfield Cup. Gear Up, $5.50. They've backed 4 horses outside of him. Hurricane is an interesting runner. He was a maiden when they imported him. He's won 4 in a row now. Have a look at those flux there, 11 into $8. Then Fancy Man, stablemate of the favourite, resumed in the Caulfield Cup qualifier, covered ground. Better run than it looks. Placed 5 from 7, second up. It's had good support as well. So too, the 11 Braden Starr for Nat Young and Trent Buston. No luck first up behind another wheel. Good 4th up run on its record. And they've even spec'd the 7 Akita Sushi, who I think was formerly trained by Aidan O'Brien, 67 into $35.
The heart of the season, the tissue goes in the Might and Power. J-Mac's next ride today. Do you think after Jimmy Star he'll be happy being back with the tissue and broadsiding?
Yeah, I think he'll be relieved now after seeing a horse make that sort of run through the middle of the track from back. So obviously tissue will be getting back as well as broadsiding. So I think he'll be very pleased.
Richo, you're with one of your favourites and they always bob up with a winner or two, don't they?
Yeah, really keen to have a chat to get the latest in regards to Braden Starr with the scrumptious. That's the word I've been trying to get in, Natalie Young. Great to see you. Nat, close again in a Benalla Cup. How is he now?
Yeah, look, he's come through that fantastic, and look, he was going to be caught deep, and unfortunately he had to sort of make that move, and it probably cost him. Look, he's stripped a lot fitter. He's a horse that, he ran second in the Bendigo Cup last year, and you'll see out the trip no problem, and we've got a jockey that's really won a couple, which is good to see. So no, he's really well. He looks fantastic, this horse, and I think it's going to go a really great race. It's just not a lot of speed other than Gear Up.
Yeah, this race has changed a lot. Not necessarily leading towards Caulfield Cups now, is it?
No, but look, if you can put this one away, there's one on the 4th of November that I wouldn't mind getting him into.
Yeah, good luck with that, and good luck today, mate. Great to see you.
Yeah, thank you.
Nat Young there. Nick, the market mover from Sportsbet for the Herbert Power.
Bruce, the last 90 seconds, they've jumped out of trees to back the 11, Braden Starr.
Gee, that's so... We just spoke to Nat Young there with Richo, so Braden Starr heavily back. From a South Australian point of view, Katie, a lot riding on the map here. She's already won her way into the Melbourne Cup. There's a huge amount of interest in South Australian racing about the journey for Upi McGilvray and Daniel Clarkin's mare.
Yeah, you'd love to see the mare run well today on her way to a Melbourne Cup. I'm with Herman Hess here. I thought this guy was a great winner of the Harry White Classic at Mornington last start and won this track and trip 4th up last preparation. So 4th up today. Give him a good chance.
It's a wide betting race. We've already seen that. Let's go to the 129th running of the Herbert Power. Here's Matt Hill.
They are ready, set, and away they go. Post-Impressionist immediately drags back towards the end. Herman Hess out quickly with Akita Sushi and also Dashing Duchess. Fancy Man behind them with Hurricane. Aurora Symphony out wide is pushing up, and the favourite Gear Up is following it forward. Akita Sushi led at the post from Aurora Symphony wider, Dashing Duchess, and then came Herman Hess on the rails. Next in the field out 3 wide is Gear Up, and Hurricane's happy to keep it there. Then came Fancy Man at the 1900 metres. A length and a half to Think and Fly, and then came The Map and Mr. Wolfgang. La Don de Villa's behind those. They were followed by Braden Starr, Commando Drift, Maharajan, and last of all is Post-Impressionist. Heading past the 1500 metres in the Herbert Power, and the leader is Akita Sushi. Happy to slow it off by 3/4 of a length, Aurora's Symphony, and Herman Hess's third. Gear Up's posted 3 wide at the moment, has no options, has to slide forward. Dashing Duchess next, and then came Fancy Man and Hurricane. About a length and a half, The Map and Think and Fly. Further back is Braden Starr. Then came Mr. Wolfgang, La Don de V, Commando Drift. 2 lengths to Post-Impressionist on the outside of Maharajan as they run through halfway. Akita Sushi's enjoying this, just bowling along. By a length and a quarter, Gear Up got to second, outside of Herman Hess. A length away, Aurora's Symphony, followed by Fancy Man. A length, Dashing Duchess, followed by The Map and Hurricane. There's Post-Impressionist from the back of the field, coming with a looping run 3 wide. Think and Fly behind them from Braden Starr, Mr. Wolfgang. Well back, La Don de V. followed by Commando Drift, and Maharajan is at the tail of the field. 700 metres to run. Akita Sushi in front, but here's Post Impressionist on the outside, coming with a sustained bid. Then came Gear Up between horses, a length Hurricane. Herman Hess is coiled up, needs some luck from Fancy Man. Aurora Symphony going backwards from Dashing Duchess, followed by the Map. Around the turn, Akita Sushi kick from Gear Up. Post Impressionist going backwards all of a sudden. Hurricane on the outside. It's Akita Sushi from Herman Hess at the 200. Fancy Man into the clear, and they were followed by Hurricane and the Map. It's Herman Hess from Akita Sushi, then Fancy Man. Herman Hess, 50 metres to go, pulls clear. Herman Hess is going to win it. Herman Hess first from Akita Sushi. Head bob a third, Fancy Man or Braden Star. Followed then by the Map and Mr. Wolfgang. Behind those, Commando Drift, Hurricane, LaDonda V, Dashing Duchess, Post Impressionist, Gear Up. Well back in the field was Maharajan, with also Think and Fly, and Aurora's Symphony was last to complete.
Declan Bates, Kiramar, we're going to hear a lot more about them in the next fortnight with Pride of Jenny. He won the Harry White, his 2,400 metre stats are good, and Katie, you gave us a big push.
Yeah, I really liked him down in the weights, Bruce, and he drew barrier 1. He just had a beautiful ride by Declan Bates in the run. He box seated, and you could just see the way that he switched off. They went a nice clip down the back, and he was holding my breath on the corner. He really just needed to find a split there, and he got it. He's big and strong, and Akita Sushi really stuck on there for first. Of course, obviously the track is playing towards those leaders, and to that, in this race they were well suited up there.
Kathy, neither of those two. No, I'll get to you in a minute. Richo, you're with the winning connections. That was a strong win by Kiramar with Declan Bates.
Yeah, beautiful ride from Deck, and just got in a gun spot, and Herman with that dry deck, he loves it. Did the rest, mate. Well done.
Yeah, he's really found form. Herman can mix his form, but credit to the girls, Aaron and the team down at Fingal. He was about 60 kilos overweight, and just bowling up and down the sandhills there. He's a big, strong horse that takes a lot of work, and he just found his niche down there, and I can't thank them enough. And Australian Bloodstock, they're we've scaled the heights. Hopefully Herman's on the way to scaling some more heights, but they're just a great team to work with. They've got a big, massive ownership group, and can't thank them enough as well.
We've showcased your Fingal property on 7 Horse Racing. It looks incredible there, and also we've watched Brent Thompson jump on board a few. A great advertisement for that property here. Yeah,
well, Brent Thompson, he's progressing as well, like Herman. He's made it to Cranbourne on the grass scallops now. Yeah, so he's flying. He Breakfast with the Stars, he thinks, going to be a ticketed event, actually, at Moonee Valley. So that's his little goal. But anyway, it's a phenomenal place, and team are doing a really good job.
We can't wait to see him again. Well done, mate.
Oh, and Deck's doing a pretty good job as well.
Oh, yeah, he is too. You better give him a pump up. Well done.
Yeah, that was a very nice win from Herman Hess. You're building a really nice rapport with this horse after a really good win last start at Mornington as well. That must have felt good. Yeah, it did. Look, he's a lovely horse. He has his quirks, but he's hitting some good form now. So, and when these stayers of Kieran's, when they're up and about, they really hold their form well. So I was really confident from the good gate he'd be right in the mix here, and as it happened, he won really well. Yeah, well, you just said on pulling up there that he was very hard to pull up. He actually could go round again, so fitness is no issue, and onwards and upwards from here. No, to be honest, I think I'm blowing more than him. He can get a little keen in the run, so it's a bit of a balancing act, just getting the switch off. But as he said, he could have done another lap. But he's a nice horse, and even though he's 8 years old, he's almost improved this prep, so a good win. He's got a beautiful coat on him. He's pulled up exceptionally well. We'll let you get back to the others, but that was brilliant to watch. Well done, Declan. Thank you.
Coming up on 7 Horse Racing.
Group 1 racing.
From the Group 1 team.
Mr. Brightside, back to back.
7 Horse Racing.